Namaskar everybody, welcome to this show of Kismatkarma. Today I'm going to be speaking to you about the eclipses that we're about to have. As you know, I've been mentioning in my blogs, I've been mentioning in my shows, that eclipse season is upon us. That means that we're going to have a few eclipses coming up now in this year of 2020, and these eclipses are going to be very, very significant. So if you want to turn your life around, if you want to change your life around, then this is another very, very important power point in your lives, where you can start bringing that change and making things positive. Basically, what you can do is turn your life, literally, you can just turn it upside down. So if everything's really negative at the moment, things are not going forward for you, things are not really happening, you'll be able to start turning it around and changing it around. Normally, when with the eclipses, when these types of eclipses come, which are amazing in our lifetime to have this opportunity, we start noticing the effects of that, so roughly about a month before. So as you know, the eclipse dates, have already shared that information with you. We're sharing it with you and going forward in our blog as well. We've shared a blog with you as well, so all the information is there. But basically, look at the dates that we've given you and see what sort of changes that can occur or that come into your life. If you want this energy to be positive for you, if you want it to work in your favor, it can do so. But obviously, you need to make it work for you. You need to make it positive for you. Now, those of you who have already been affected, say God forbid, but those of you that have already been affected by dark energy, black magic, negativity of any kind, then what you will notice is that negative energy will start increasing or will start showing its power even more. You'll notice that people will have mood swings, they'll become more irritable, and there will be more anger outbursts. And if you have been affected by black magic or dark energy, then the effects of that will be a lot more stronger now as well. So this next month of June is going to be a very, very challenging month for those of you. Now, if you have been suffering with black magic or dark energy, if you feel that you need my help in any whatsoever, please don't wait until the last minute. Please don't wait until you think it's an emergency, then get in touch with me. But instead, get in touch with me straight away, and I'll do my best to help you. Now, I will be sharing some information with you on the effects of black magic and dark energy very soon as well. Hopefully, you'll see you next video very, very soon, and I'll do my best to help you in every way that I can. But until that next time, look after yourselves, take care, God bless you. Thank you so much.
करे किस्मत बने जीवन का यह मर्म, प्राणी तेरे हाथ में, तेरा अपना कर्म, तेरा अपना कर्म।
Kapoor and you're watching Kismatkarma.
Hi, I'm Rekha Bhardwaj and you're watching Kismatkarma with Arti.
Hi, this is Sohali Khan and you're watching Kismatkarma.
Hey guys, I'm Imran Khan.
And this is Kareena Kapoor.
Keep watching Kismatkarma
With Arti.
Insane.
Hi, this is Sonam Kapoor and you're watching Kismatkarma.
प्यारे दोस्तों सत श्री अकाल ਤੁਸੀਂ देख रहे हो किस्मतकर्मा आरती के साथ।
Namaskar, hello, this is Sonu Nigam and you're watching Kismat Karma with Arti.
I am Vishal Bhardwaj and you're watching Kismatkarma.
किस्मत बने जीवन का यह मर्म प्राणी तेरे हाथ में तेरा अपना कर्म तेरा अपना कर्म
Namaskar ji, Sasrikal ji, thodi apni aarti thodi lage hegiyan Kismat Karma, and in today's live and interactive show, I'll be doing your mini readings and also your oracle messages as well as your dream interpretations. Thank you so much to each and every one of you for making this show a super success. It's because of your love, your blessings that I've been able to bring these shows in front of you, and I've been able to do my absolute best to help you in every way that I can. Now I've got my cards with me and I intend to do my best to help you in every way possible. As you know, because of your love, your blessings, we have become busier and busier, and I do try my best to kind of help each and every one of you. And please do note that even when we do receive your bookings for the pre-bookings for the show, then they are completed on a first come first served basis, so please do keep this in mind. Secondly, what's important to note is to make sure that if you wanted to book a reading with me, then the best way to book is to book online. If you do give us a call and book, then the call center team is still not there all the time how they used to be before. I know you know, as per the government now, certain lockdown rules have kind of relaxed a little bit, but I just don't want to risk it with my staff, with my team. They've been, you know, the backbone of Kismatkarma since day one, and I just can't risk it. I wouldn't do it to myself, and I wouldn't want them to risk their lives either. So that's why they're still all working from home and doing the best that they can do. So for the time being, I'd rather keep it that way rather than be safe. Secondly, I just wanted to let you guys know that if you did want to book online, then our online team are a lot more faster, so they'll be able to get back to you a lot more sooner, and because they tend to work around the clock. So they do try their best to help in every way that they can. So do bear this in mind. Secondly, if you haven't requested the eclipse remedy for yourself already, then quickly do so. Don't leave it too late. I always try my best to help you in every way possible. But if you feel that maybe I can help you in any way, quickly get in touch with me. Let me know. Just say, Arti ji, this is what I'm unsure about, or this is what I'm uncertain about, and I will do my best to help you in every way that I can. Remember guys, it's your life, it's your energy, and it's up to you to improve it. If you feel that maybe I could help you in any way, or I could support you in any way, quickly get in touch with me. Let me know. Just say, Arti ji, this is what I'm unsure about, or this is what I'm uncertain about, so that I can do my best to help you in every way possible. It's your life, it's your energy, and it's up to you to make it positive. Remember, if you want to create your Kismat, you must do the corrective karma, and that is the key to success. Just by following that, you would be able to turn your life around and make things positive for yourself in a very strong way, in a very powerful way, and then you will see how quickly things turn around for you and how quickly things become very strong and very positive for you. Remember guys, it's your life, it's your energy, and it's up to you to sort it out. If you feel that maybe Dr. Arti can help you in any way whatsoever, don't waste time, get in touch with me and I'll do my best to help you. Even with your energy work, we are doing it in a remote way. Obviously we'll have to change the way that we're doing certain things. So if I can't come over for a remote for a home visit, then we would end up doing the energy work remotely. With God's blessings, the recent paranormal investigations that we have had have become very, very powerful, and they've actually become much more I would say, successful faster. So people are saying to me that Arti, we're seeing the results a lot more faster, only because this way they are able to keep 100% of the disciplines and precautions and whatnot. They're able to keep those really strongly, really correctly. The only thing is that sometimes when you go to meet a person and you say to them, okay, when I leave your house, make sure you don't say my name, or you don't or you don't say bye Arti or anything like that, and make sure you don't call me. And majority of the people make that similar mistake where they end up saying bye Arti ji, or bye beta, or bye put. You know, it's natural, especially for the elders in the family, to do that. The last time I went, before, it was just before the lockdown actually, I went to somebody's house for a paranormal investigation, done what needed to be done, and because of their personal circumstances, their daughter was still at home, and I think she must have, you know, she was very young. She was only been about 7 or 8. So as I was about to leave, she was told to kind of stay with her mum and make sure she's over there. Her dad was there as well, and but just before I was about to leave their house, she ran up to me and hugged me from the back. And she goes, "Oh, Masi, don't go." So, you know, and there was so much love in that, and such an innocent, sweet hug. And I know that she meant it with a good heart, and you know, she had the purest intentions in heart. But obviously, that was one of the things, that nobody should call my name, or nobody should stop me from going, because any energies or entities that I was trying to remove from there, then they were not meant to be held back or stuck in that place. So a bit of a discipline was broken over there, so that caused a bit of chaos, I would say. But then when we do things remotely, there's less chances of those types of mistakes happening. So that's why a lot of people have said, Arti ji, you know, this is very successful, we've noticed the results faster, and it's your feedback, and then I just use that to improve our services even more, improve my energy work even more, and I use that feedback to try to improve things in a beneficial way, because I'm always trying to repolish my skills and better myself in every way that I can. You know, not for 1 minute do I think that, oh, I'm the super best, and you know, I'm the queen of all of these sort of things. No, and I've got a lot of learning to do. This is my journey as well, so I'm learning a lot, I'm picking up a lot, and the intention is always to help as many of you as possible. So I will do my best to help you, and I'll continue to provide my services to you in the best way that I can. I do feel from the bottom of my heart, from my soul actually, I do feel that this is my calling. This is what I was born to do, and I love doing what I do, so I can't imagine myself doing anything else. So I'm here to help you and support you in all of your spiritual needs. If there's anything at all you want help with, get in touch with me, ask me, and I'll do my best to help you. I'm going to go straight to the first person now. A few of you have pre-booked for today's show. Those of you who still want to participate in today's show, there are still a few places left, I believe, so quickly do get in touch with us. Remember to book online. Click on the link provided, book online, and then we'll make sure that we'll either do your oracle message, your dream interpretation, or your mini reading, whichever request you make. I'll try to make sure that I'll complete it in the show for today, and I'll do my best to help you in every way that I can. So I'm going to go straight to the first person now. The first person is Anthony. Anthony, first of all, thank you so much for requesting your mini reading from Kismatkarma. Let's have a look for you. I did read your question, but I just wanted to read it again just to double check. So Anthony, this is for you. Let's have a quick look over here. Let's see what the cards have to say. Right, let's read your question as well. Let's see. Okay, interesting. Very interesting cards. Anthony, first of all, thank you so much for requesting your mini card reading via Kismatkarma. Thank you for placing your trust in me. One thing that I'm picking up for you very strongly is that she is definitely the one. I'm really picking up really good vibes, really strong vibes when I see both of your energy together. The way that the cards have come out is showing a lot of love and a lot of passion. I know at the moment it must feel like you love her more than she loves you, but I assure you that she loves you more than you love her, because that's the way that is coming up in the cards. So please don't for 1 second think that any of this lockdown stuff would have had an effect on your relationship or a negative effect. Nothing like that whatsoever. There could have been other reasons why the communication could have broken down, but it's not because she doesn't love you. Okay, so please do bear this in mind. So have faith. She has full faith in you, and she trusts you a lot. I'm not really seeing that she's the sort of person that would go to somebody else or be with somebody else. It seems as if she's very much committed to this relationship, the way that the energy is coming up in the cards. I don't really feel as if she's going to look for love elsewhere or look for anything else. So don't worry about that at all. I'm definitely picking up a good vibe, a positive vibe. So yes, definitely this one's a keeper. If that was your question, and the answer is definite 100% yes. I hope you can resonate with this, and I hope you can make sense of this. Now, normally when there's such a strong relationship and you want me to do a relationship reading for you, and if it's something when you're thinking about, say, marriage very seriously, how you are, normally I would recommend for people have a spiritual compatibility done, just to double check, just to make sure, just to be absolutely sure. But in your case, I wouldn't even recommend that. You don't need a spiritual compatibility because the love is so strong, the energy is so strong. So you don't actually need a spiritual compatibility. All you need to do is just be happy with each other and live a very beautiful life. I hope that you can resonate with this, and I really pray to God that this does help you. If you've got any other questions or concerns, do get in touch with me. Let me know, and I'll do my absolute best to help you in every way that I can. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Thank you so much. Now I'm going to go straight to the next person. Let's have a quick look over here. Okay, Jeevanji, first of all, thank you so much for requesting your oracle message for yourself. Jeevanji, I'm just going to check for you now. Thank you for giving me your full name as well. You've asked me to refer to you only by your first name, which is Jeevan, so that's what I'll do. I'm just going to check your energy for you now, and let's see what your oracle message is. Thank you. Okay. Jeevanji, first of all, thank you so much for requesting your oracle message. One thing that's coming up for you very, very strongly is that you need to listen to people. You're not listening enough. It's almost like you can hear them, but you're not listening, and they're two completely different things. When you hear people, it's like you can hear the noise, but you're not absorbing that information. You're just hearing it, and it's in one ear out the other. But what you need to do is you need to actually listen, and you need to respond, not react, and that will help you in a positive way. So listen and respond. Remember, these two are your, I would say, your magic words or your keywords from this oracle message. I hope you can resonate with this, and I really pray that you can make sense of this. Obviously, if you wanted me to do a detailed reading for you, or if you've got any questions that you would like me to answer for you, then by all means do get in touch with me. Let me know, just say, Arti, these are my questions, and I'll do my best to help you. If it's just the one question, you can have your mini card reading. But if there's like a few questions you want to know in detail, then by all means you can go for a spiritual card reading, and either way I'll do my best to help you. But thank you so much, and God bless you. You look after yourself. Thank you so much. And remember, guys, it's your life, it's your energy, and it's up to you to improve it. Whether it's a dream interpretation, an oracle message, or if it's a mini reading, whichever service you want to request, I'll do my absolute best to help you in every way possible. The eclipse power remedy is quickly selling out, so we still have a few more of you who can request the power remedy for yourselves if you wanted to. Remember, it's not one per family, it's one per person. So if you're not sure who in the family to get this for, then I would recommend that you get this for the head of the family. That would help in a really strong way. And also the way that the energy works is only per person, so unfortunately it's not like a whole family thing. So please do bear this in mind. So if you did want to get one for, say, both heads of the family, then you would need to get two of those remedies, and do bear this in mind. If there's any precautions, anything that you need to take, or anything else that you need to do, then I will let you know. and hopefully it will help you in a very positive way and a very strong way as well. So it's a very, very popular remedy amongst our VVIPs. So I'm sure it would help you guys as well. So make the most of it, you know, and it would help you in a powerful way, in a positive way. I'm going to go straight to the next person now. Let's have a quick look over here. So this is going to be a mini reading for Kiran. Kiran, first of all, thank you so much for requesting your mini reading for yourself. Just going to check your cards now. I'm just reading your question as well. Okay, very sweet. Thank you so much. I'm just going to check for you now, Kiran. Let's have a look what the cards have to say. Let's see. Wow, okay, interesting. Kiran, first of all, thank you so much for requesting your mini reading. One thing that's coming up in your cards very strongly for you is that you will be able to grow. 100% you will be able to grow. So normally I don't say 100%. The reason why I'm saying 100% for you is that there's no doubt whatsoever. Unless you give up, unless you decide that, okay, you know what, this is not the path for me, or this is not where I want to go, then it won't happen. But if you are determined and if you stay strong, carry on doing your best, putting in your very best effort, you'll see the right rewards. You'll love the rewards and you would enjoy the success. So you know, let this success come to you, let this energy come to you in a positive way. If there's anything at all that you're concerned about, anything you're unsure about, uncertain about, ask me, get in touch with me, and I'll do my absolute best to help you in every way that I can. But I do see you moving forward. I've got no doubts whatsoever. I wish I could give you a spiritual remedy as you requested, but to be honest, the way that it's coming up in your cards, the way that it's coming up in your mini reading, you don't actually need to do anything except have faith in yourself. So yeah, that would be the spiritual remedy that I would give you, is that trust yourself more, have 100% faith in yourself, and believe that the divine has got a plan for you, and you know, it's there meaningfully to help you. So trust the process. I would say that would be key for you. So long as you keep trusting the plan of the divine, you trust the process, you've got absolutely nothing to worry about. Keep moving forward in the right direction, and God willing, you'll start reaping the results or the rewards of your effort and your hard work as well. I wish you every success. God bless you, and you look after yourself. Thank you so much. So this was for a mini reading for Kiran. Kiran, thank you so much for requesting a mini reading. Guys, remember one thing. It's your life. It's your energy. It's up to you what you want to do with it. If you want to improve your life in a positive way, in a strong way, then make the most of it. Now, a lot of people have been reading the blog and the newsletter that we've sent out regarding the eclipses that are about to come. Yes, there isn't very much time left for the eclipse season, so please try to make the most of it. You're probably already starting to see the effects of it or sense the effects of it. So if you want to improve your energy, improve your luck, improve your life in any way, make the most of the eclipse power remedy, and that should help you in a stronger way. Remember, if you are already affected or inflicted by dark energy, negative energy, or entities of any kind, then unfortunately the symptoms will become a lot more stronger now, and you'll feel the kind of the pressure of that darkness a lot more now as well. So do bear this in mind. So if you have been if you have requested any remedies to me prior the eclipse, those remedies are most likely to change. So if you've had a reading, say a few months ago, and you think, okay, if I just do the same remedies now and I start doing them, say this week or next week, it's going to have the same effect. It's not. The effects are going to need to change. The remedies are going to need to change. So you will need to have maybe another reading done potentially, or just drop me an email and I'll let you know what you could do. And then hopefully we can take things forward that way. So yeah, I hope this helps you guys. Going to go straight to the next person now. Let's have a quick look over here. Okay, this is a mini reading for Rukmini ji. Rukmini ji, first of all, thank you so much for requesting your mini reading. I'm just going to read your question, if that's okay. Okay, very sweet, very interesting question as well. Thank you so much. Let's have a look for you, Rukmini ji. I'm just going to check for you now. Let's see what the cards have to say. Right. Okay. Okay. Very interesting, the way that your cards have come out. It is a very interesting the way that your energy is at the moment. Your energy is actually very, very unstable right now, and the concern is that the way that your spirituality is actually it's meant to be in manifestation mode, but your mind is very unstable, you know. So because your mind is very unstable, it's almost like you're not able to make a decision. So right now you'd be very, very indecisive. It would be very difficult for you to stick to a decision or to make a decision, and if you do make one, it'll be very difficult for you to stick to it and to kind of make sense of it. So your energy is kind of all over the place right now, so that's something that needs to be rebalanced or sorted out. I don't know if you practice some sort of a meditation, please do it. If you do pray a lot, then make sure you start praying again. But it's almost like your mind is very, very, very unstable, and to be honest, that's a bit of a concern because it would affect your manifestation powers as well. So if you keep if you keep letting this worry or this anxiety take over and win, then unfortunately all this energy that you've accumulated, all this positive energy that you've accumulated, is going to be misused. It's going to be wasted on all of these fears, and that's what you'll start attracting. If you let them become stronger and you keep feeding your fears, they're going to keep growing, and that's what's going to become stronger. Now if you don't want this negativity to keep growing and become a lot more stronger, stop feeding your fears. Instead, what I would recommend is replace your fears with faith and then see the results. It will be amazing for you. And to be honest, you can do this. If you've come this far with your spirituality, this is nothing. You can definitely do this. Just take it as another test. Okay, take it as another test and move forward. But I'm not sure where this anxiousness or this fear, where it's coming from. It shouldn't actually be there. So for that, I would definitely recommend maybe a detailed reading for you, just so that we can find out what the source of this fear is, and whatever it might be nothing, but whatever it is, it needs to be eliminated. It needs to be sorted out, because this is not you. You're never like this. This is not natural to you. I'm not seeing that this is like normally your energy, or this is something that's natural to you. It just doesn't seem right. So there's a lot to kind of work on and a lot to sort out. But definitely I wish you every success. I would recommend a spiritual energy reading for yourself, just so that we can get to the bottom of this, and hopefully that will help you in a stronger way. For now, another spiritual remedy I would recommend for yourself is that if you do use any flowers in the house, then try to use potted plants or potted flowers rather than cut flowers, because you don't want any dead energy in your house. So please do be mindful of that, and hopefully that will help you in a stronger way. Obviously, if you've got any other questions or concerns, or if there's anything else that you're worried about, just ask me, let me know. Just say, Arti ji, look, this is what I'm uncertain about, this is what I'm unsure about, and I promise you I'll do my absolute best to help you in every way that I can. Look after yourself. God bless you. Thank you so much. God bless. Remember guys, it's your life, it's your energy, and it's up to you to make it positive. If you are uncertain, unsure about anything at all, ask me, get in touch with me, let me know, and I'll do my best to help you in every way that I can. I'm going to go straight to the next person now. Let's have a look over here. This is for Rajiv. Rajiv ji, first of all, thank you so much for requesting your mini reading for yourself. Okay, thank you so much for your feedback. I'm glad you like the show, and I'm glad you like the way that the background is, so thank you so much. Let's have a quick click for you. Just read your question as well. Just checking your cards for you now. Okay. Gosh, okay. To be honest, Rajiv ji, the question that you've asked, I think a lot of people must be asking themselves this question at the moment, and a lot of people might be in a similar boat, because obviously it's not nice to have that sort of energy around you, or in the world even. It's not good. So yeah, at the moment, the entire planet is going through this whole, I would say, like a reset phase, where people's emotions are becoming very raw, and then they're getting all stripped down, right back to the bare basics, and then they're building themselves up again. So it brings out the nasty side of people as well, and racism is definitely a very, very nasty side. And it's not a good energy. With God's blessings, I'm not saying that it will personally affect you or your business that much. So in that, I would say monetarily, you've got nothing to worry about. But yes, it is going to be changing the environment around you a wee bit. Just be mindful of the way that you speak to others. At the moment, people are very, very sensitive. So you don't want to say something or do something that would hurt anybody or make feel anybody upset. So do bear this in mind. Whatever your views or your beliefs are, you can respect them and you can strongly speak about them, but just be mindful that you don't hurt anybody's anybody's sentiments. That's something that's really important for you. Secondly, what's really important for you to understand is that the way that your energy is at the moment, anything that you would say would be taken quite seriously by others. So you don't want to say something whenever you speak, and when you say something, you have to say it in a very mindful way. You don't want to start off anything worse, or you don't want to start off or spiral off anything negative, because although you're trying to pass on a positive message, people might take it to a certain extreme and start taking negative actions, and that's something that's not a good thing. If that happens, then you don't want them to turn it into something negative, and you don't want to take it to a certain extreme. So keep your positive energy or your positive messages going. That will help you, but make sure that if there's anything negative or anything wrong like that goes on around you, even if it's slightly racist or wrong in any way, you need to get it sorted out. You need to report it and deal with it the correct way, the legal way, and that will help you in a much more stronger way. I know at the moment a lot of people's faith and trust is not really with the law, especially with what's recently happened, and especially where you are in the environment that you're in at the moment. But what you need to do is you need to make sure from your side you're following things the right way, not the wrong way. So do bear this in mind. I hope this can help you in a strong way, and I pray that you can resonate with this. If you wanted to have a detailed reading, which I definitely would recommend for you, because especially if you're working so hard on your business and you just don't want it to have any sort of a negative effect, then definitely I would recommend a detailed reading for you. Let's do a spiritual energy reading and then hopefully take things forward that way. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Guys, I'm going to go on a very short break now. I'll literally see you guys within a few minutes. God bless you.
करे किस्मत बने जीवन का यह मर्म, प्राणी तेरे हाथ में, तेरा अपना कर्म, तेरा अपना कर्म।
Kapoor and you're watching Kismatkarma.
Hi, I'm Rekha Bhardwaj and you're watching Kismatkarma with Arti.
Hi, this is Sohali Khan and you're watching Kismatkarma.
Hey guys, I'm Imran Khan.
And this is Kareena Kapoor
Keep watching Kismatkarma.
with Arti.
Insane.
Hi, this is Sonam Kapoor and you're watching Kismatkarma.
प्यारे दोस्तों, सत श्री अकाल। तुसी देख रहे हो किस्मत कर्मा आरती के साथ।
Namaskar, hello, this is Sonu Nigam and you're watching Kismat Karma with Arti.
I am Vishal Bhardwaj and you're watching Kismatkarma.
कर्म करे किस्मत बने जीवन का यह मर्म प्राणी तेरे हाथ में तेरा अपना कर्म तेरा अपना कर्म
Hi there, welcome back. I hope you guys enjoyed the break. Remember, Hindi, Punjabi, Urdu, ya English, whichever language you feel comfortable in, that's the language I would speak to you in, and that's the language I'll be doing your either your mini reading, your dream interpretation, or your oracle messaging. So whichever service you request, I'll do my absolute best to help you in every way that I can. Now remember one thing, guys, it's your life, it's your energy, and it's up to you to improve it. The most important thing is that when you do try to take help, then try to make sure that you take help from a spiritual source, not a negative energy practitioner. This is the biggest mistake that so many people are making, and then they come to me and say, Arti, please can you give us an emergency reading because something's gone wrong or something's gone really bad. And when I check their energies, because they've met unfortunately they've met a negative energy practitioner who's let them down or who's upset them or hurt them in a really bad way or in a really negative way. So that's something that should be avoided. A negative energy practitioner would normally ask you for your personal energy blueprint. Your personal energy blueprint would be your name, your full name, your parents' names. It would be your date of birth. It will be the place where you were born, the exact coordinates they would need. So say for example, if you said you were born in England, that wouldn't be enough for them. They would need to know that you were born in Coventry or Birmingham or Glasgow, wherever you are. So they would need to know the exact sort of coordinates for it to work for them. Even with the time, if they don't have the time of where you were born, but they are able to work out a rough average that within these 4 hours that you were born, then even that would help them in a very strong way. So try to never ever give your personal energy blueprint away. So please do bear this in mind. Secondly, one thing that is really important to make sure that those are not the only things that carry your personal energy blueprint. Other things do as well. And a lot of negative energy practitioners misuse them to cause harm and negativity in other people's lives. So those things would be your nail clippings, your hair, pieces of your hair. It could be food that you've half eaten and you've left. So basically they'll use your saliva from that, or they'll use your DNA from that. So any of your old clothing, any of your old items that you've used, so something that you've even used, say for example there's a pen that you've always used and all of a sudden now you can't find that pen and you've left it with a negative energy practitioner or somebody who practices dark energy has got hold of that or possession of that, then they could use that to manipulate your energy. So that's why it's really important to make sure that your spiritual energy level is very strong at all times so that these things don't affect you. The only reason how they can always affect you is if your own personal spiritual energy level is weak. Now some people's spiritual energy level is so weak that they get affected by the lightest, simplest type of negative energy, which is bad karma. So that's something that you need to be a bit, I would say, mindful of. So do bear this in mind. I'm just going to go on a short break now. I'll literally see you guys within a few minutes. Thank you.
करे किस्मत बने जीवन का यह मर्म प्राणी तेरे हाथ में तेरा अपना कर्म तेरा अपना कर्म
Now Namaskar, welcome back. Sorry, we had to quickly go on that short little break. We've just got somebody else now who's really requesting their reading really fast, so I'm going to definitely do my best to help you. So this is for Vidya. Vidya, thank you so much for your call, and I just had to make sure that I understood properly, so that's why my team passed on your call to me in that strong way. But yes, definitely I understand the urgency. I'll do your mini reading for you now, but like I said to you earlier, you would need to have a detailed reading as well, because the mini reading is not going to cover the detailed reading. So do bear this in mind. So with the mini reading, I can only answer the one question, but I'll do my best to help you with this as well. Thank you so much. Let's have a look. So this is for Vidya. This is for your mini reading. Let's see. Right. Okay. Vidya Ji, first of all, thank you so much for requesting your mini reading. One thing that's coming up in your cards really strongly for you is that yes, 100%, this is definitely, I'm picking up that this is an emergency. Unfortunately, my only concern is that I don't want you to leave it too late, because look, it's already, we are approaching the eclipse zone. In fact, we're already in the eclipse zone. So it's best not to take any risks. Ideally, what I would recommend for you would be an emergency reading, but if you can't go for the emergency reading right now, then I definitely would recommend a detailed spiritual energy reading for you, just so that we can uncover everything and find out exactly what is required. Now, I can let you know that because there is dark energy there, and because there is negativity there from the last reading that I done for you, you know, that's why you were recommended those remedies. And I think it was roughly about 2 months ago when I completed that reading for you, and I did say to you at that time, okay, you know, this is what I would normally classify as an emergency, and if you don't take action now, it is something that's going to become very big very quickly. And look, that's exactly what's happened. Within the 8 weeks, this has happened. So ideally, what you should have done is you should have started your remedies then, or you should have taken some sort of an action then in order to prevent all of this from happening. Now that you know, it's almost like you know, the train has already left the platform. Chasing the train is not going to be an option. It's going to be that's going to be like a failing race. You're not going to win against it. What you would need to do is find an alternative. But for that, I'm not saying that there's no alternative or nothing is possible. We have to try to figure out what the possibilities are, and then how far you are willing to put in some energy from your side. Because it's not even about the cost of the remedies or anything like that. It's about how well you are able to cope with the remedies, and if you are able to give them the amount of time and effort that is required, because you will need to put in some time and effort. That's what's the most important thing. You know, so if you're willing to put in the time, the effort, the energy, then you'll get the results. But if you just think that, okay, you know what, if I pay RTG XYZ amount of money and all of my problems are going to disappear, unfortunately, that's not going to happen. As I told you last time, no matter how much money you throw at this, it's not about the money. It's about you keeping the disciplines and you taking responsibility for your actions. You can't buy good karma with money. You can't. You know, there's no shop in the world where they will say sell you good karma. There are some people that claim to be selling it, you know, and then they claim as if like, oh, they've got, you know, the one-stop remedy to everything, and they'll sort everything out within 24 hours or 1 day or 2 days. If you want to go down that path, that's your choice. But I assure you, not one person till date that I've met who's come to me for a reading has said to me, get RTG, we went to one of those places and it was a success. Everybody comes up to me because they've gone everywhere else and they've failed, and then they come to me because they know that this is the place that works and this is where things get done. So if you are looking for a genuine solution to a genuine problem, this is the place. If you're looking for somebody to feed your fears and inflate your fears to such a point where you panic and you end up going crazy spending money and thinking that that's going to resolve everything, then this is not the place to come, because that's not how I work. I'm not here to inflate your fears. I'm here to help you. But the only way that I can help you genuinely is that if you're willing to help yourself. Okay, I can show you the way, I can show you the path, I can let you know exactly what it is that you need to do, but you would need to walk on that path. So yes, it's not about the money, it is about the effort. Are you willing to put in the effort? Are you willing to put in the energy? Because, don't think that, okay, once you've done this remedy and then that's it, like once you've paid for the remedy, then that's it, you don't need to worry about it. I'll do my best to help you from my side, but you will have to work, because you will have some responsibilities as well, and you'll need to make sure that you complete those. The best example of this that I can give you is that, say for example, if you go to a grocery, like say if you want to cook something, you want to make a really nice recipe, I can give you the recipe of how to make that dish. But then you'll have to go to the grocery store to buy the groceries, and you might say, Arti ji, you know what, you have the best, you have the best groceries. I'll just buy the groceries from you as well, because you're giving me the recipe. I'll do it the right way, and I'll give you the exact things that you need, everything that you need to do your, to make that recipe. But then you don't follow the recipe card, or you think I'll do it later, and by the time your groceries have expired or gone out of date. It's not going to work like that. You have to put in the right effort at the right time, and then you're going to get the right results. So please do bear this in mind. I know I'm giving a strange solution giving a strange sort of an example solution, but that's only what's coming to mind at the moment. But definitely I'll do my best to help you. I would recommend a detailed reading for you. If this was say somebody who's my own relative even, I would have said to them, you need an emergency reading. Then I would have said to them that after the emergency reading, then we can see what the best best step is going forward. But without an emergency reading, I wouldn't really recommend anything just like that, because I don't want you to do something which is not going to be helpful. You want to do something that is 100% helpful, or definitely helpful, rather than just maybe being helpful. So you don't want to go down a wrong path. You want to do the right thing. So for that, I would definitely recommend for you an emergency reading, a detailed reading, and then hopefully we can take it forward from there. Thank you so much. God bless you. You look after yourself. So remember, guys, it's your life, it's your energy, and it's up to you to improve it. If you feel that maybe I can help you in any way whatsoever, quickly get in touch with me, let me know, and I'll do my absolute best to help you in every way that I can. Remember, if you have not done so already, download our apps. We are on Android and on the iPhone as well, so whichever phone you got, and if you've got both, you best download it on both phones, guys, because what you would get is you'll get a notification of when our shows are on, and then you'll know that way that this show's on or that show's on. And also there'll be some special offers very soon coming up on the apps, and special prices that are just for the apps. And so you can make the most of those prices and offers, but they are going to be for the apps only, and we're going to keep some of them permanently there. So make the most of the apps, download it whilst it's free. So there's no cost to you whatsoever, but it's just that you get an app on your phone, and also you'll get especially on your iPhone, you'll get a notification every time that we go live, or we update a blog. You'll be notified about that. So it's all good stuff, fun stuff, so make the most of it. And if you haven't done so already, sign up to our newsletters, and to make sure that you do receive our blogs as well, our updated blogs. So sign up to our blog, sign up to our newsletters, so that you can keep in touch with us, and I'll do my best to help you in every way that I can. I'm going to go straight to the next person now. Let's have a quick look over here. So this is now for Vicky. Vicky, first of all, thank you so much for requesting your mini reading for yourself. I'm just going to check for you now, Vicky G. Just let me read your question, sorry. Okay. Thank you so much, Vicky G, for sending in your question. I'm just going to check for you now. Let's see what the cards have to say. Okay, Bikiji, first of all, thank you so much for requesting your mini reading. The way that your energy is, the way that your luck is at the moment is on a very, very positive streak. So at the moment, it's like even if you touch soil, it will turn into gold. Like that's how much I would say luck you have in your energy. You've got barakat at the moment. So whatever you touch, it will start multiplying. It will start growing. So which what if you want to say your money to grow, your wealth to grow, start thinking about how you're going to make it grow, how you're going to make it develop. So if you wanted to make any special investments, or if you wanted to do something with it, start a new business, start a new work, it'll be really lucky for you. Now is a really positive time for you to actually do these things. Another thing that's coming up in your energy field is that make sure you don't share your dreams, your goals, your aspirations with too many people. Keep it to yourself. Even any successes that you get at the moment, keep them to yourself, keep them personal, and don't share it with too many people, because then you'll end up having nazar. You do get nazar quite quickly. So although your luck, your energy is very positive at the moment, you're moving forward in a positive way, your current spiritual energy level is actually very weak. So you do get nazar really quickly. You do notice as if like you always take 2 steps forward and then you have to take kind of 3 steps back. Which is not a good sign, not a positive sign. So if you don't want that to happen with you, then please try to make sure that you keep yourself to yourself. Any goal, any successes, any accomplishments, keep them to yourself. When the world will find out, they'll find out by themselves. You don't need to go telling everybody. And that's going to help you in a strong way, in a positive way. Other than that, one thing I would recommend for yourself is try to be as positive as you can. That will help you in a strong way. Improve your spirituality. So if you do any sort of spiritual practice, then make sure you try to focus on there a bit more and start giving it a bit more attention. I'm not picking it up in your reading that as if you have been doing anything like that lately. So try to make sure you give it a bit more time. If you're not sure what you can do, you needed some tips, some pointers, drop me an email on arti@kismatkarma.com, and I promise you from my side I'll do my absolute best to help you in every way that I can, but I can only help you if you communicate with me. So communication is the key here. Remember, any other questions or concerns, just ask me, get in touch with me, let me know, just say, Arti, this is what I'm unsure about, and I promise you from my side I'll do my best to help you in every way that I can. Look after yourself. God bless you. You take care. Remember guys, it's your life, it's your energy, and it's up to you to improve it. If you are uncertain or unsure about anything at all, honestly, just ask me, let me know, and I'll do my best to help you. Now the next person, we've got Dave here. Dave, first of all, thank you so much, and you're requesting your dream interpretation for yourself, so thank you so much. I'm just going to read your dream if that's okay, and then I'll do your interpretation for you as well. Okay, Dave, first of all, thank you so much for requesting your dream interpretation. The way that your energy is at the moment, and the way that it's that you've mentioned it in your dream, the way that things have been, it seems as if your ancestors want to bless you. They're not taking anything away from you. Instead, they're there to protect you, and they're there to bless you. So accept their blessings. It's a positive thing. It means that your ancestors are also very happy with your actions at the moment. So it could be that maybe you've given something to charity, you've made some donations. Like if you've made some donations in their name, or given something on their name, that would have helped a lot as well. So it's definitely some good energy, positive energy. It seems as if your ancestors' energy is very strongly connected with you at the moment. So make sure you don't speak ill of them. It's really important. Secondly, try to make sure that you try to gain as many of the blessings as possible. Try to avoid any sort of arguments in the house or any disputes in the house. It's not a good thing. You want the energy in the house to be as stable and as positive as possible. That will help you in a stronger way. One thing that I would recommend for yourself, however, is that if you do light any incense in the house, the only sort of fragrance I would recommend for yourself at the moment would be rose or sandalwood. Those two fragrances will be very positive for you, and hopefully it will help improve your energy. Try to not light any sage in the house if you do burn sage or light sage, because at the moment that's not going to be too positive for you. I hope you can resonate with this, and I really pray that this does make sense to you, Dave. Thank you so much. Look after yourself, and God bless you. Thank you. Remember, guys, it's your life, it's your energy, and it's up to you to improve it. If you are unsure, uncertain about anything at all, honestly, just ask me, get in touch with me, ask me, say, Arti, this is what I'm unsure about, or that's what I'm uncertain about, and I'll do my best to help you in every way that I can. I'm going to go straight to the next person now. Let's have a quick look over here. Okay, this is for Seema. Seema, first of all, thank you so much for getting in touch with us. Thank you for requesting your mini reading. I'm just going to take my cards now and read your question as well. Wow, okay, Seema, I'll definitely do my best to help you. Thank you for requesting your mini reading. I'm just going to check for you now. Let's have a look. Okay, Seema, first of all, thank you so much for requesting your mini reading. One thing that's coming up in your cards very strongly for you is that you need to make sure that you take care of yourself and you look after yourself. This person is not trustworthy at all. They have hurt other people in the past as well, emotionally, I would say, and they can emotionally try to cause you harm as well. So it's just not worth the pain. It's just not worth the, I would say, the heartache for you. So try to be as strong as you can and try to move forward. The best thing for you right now would be to move forward and not to look back. If you do look back, you will regret it at a later date. So the choice is yours. Obviously, I can't force you to make a decision. I'm not going to force you to say, okay, just follow what I say. No, the choice is yours. But one thing I can let you know is that if you do look back, then you will regret it. If you keep carrying moving forward, it's going to be a bit tough, a bit painful to start off with, but going forward, you will thank me for this day, and you'll thank yourself for having this reading done and having your energy checked, and you'll be grateful to God for not making the wrong decision. So hopefully you'll be able to resonate with this and make sense of this in a positive way, in a strong way. If you've got any other questions or concerns, Seema ji, definitely do get in touch with me. Let me know. Just say, Arti, this is what I'm unsure about, or this is what I'm uncertain about, and I promise you from my side I'll do my absolute best to help you in every way that I can. You look after yourself, God bless you, and you take care. I'm going to go straight to the next person now. Let's have a quick look over here. Okay. Alright then. Thank you so much, Angela, for requesting your mini reading for yourself. I've just read your question. Very interesting question. Yes, I'll try my best to help you. Let's have a look for you. So this is for Angela. Let's see what the cards have to say for you. Okay, interesting. Right. Okay, Angela G, first of all, thank you so much for requesting your mini reading for yourself. One thing that's coming up in your cards very strongly for you is that your luck, your energy at the moment is not very stable. It's not very positive for you. So it's best not to take any big risks, especially when it comes to money. Save as much as you can. If it's not an absolute necessity, don't do it. I wouldn't spend a penny on anything that's not an absolute necessity. So please do bear this in mind. It's your life, it's your energy, and it's up to you to improve it. If you want to improve your luck, your life, your energy in any way whatsoever, you can do so, but improve it spiritually. Try to improve your spirituality, make your spirituality stronger, but try to, anything material at the moment, I wouldn't really recommend that you spend any money on anything material right now unless it's an absolute necessity, because unfortunately one thing that's coming up in your cards is that there could be a sudden loss of material gains. So that's where you need to be a bit careful. So please do bear this in mind. I wouldn't really recommend any major investments or anything like that at the moment. If you have got any risky investments, however, try to make sure you withdraw your funds and keep everything safe for yourself. That will help you in a stronger way, but don't invest in anything new. And if there are any kind of risky investments already made, revisit them, speak to your accountant and see what you can do to save as much as possible. That would help you in a stronger way. I really pray and I hope that you can resonate with this. Just as a spiritual remedy, one thing I would recommend for yourself is that if you can wear the color yellow on the top half of your body, it would definitely help you in a very strong way, a very positive way. If you've got any other questions or concerns, by all means get in touch with me. You can also request a mini reading for yourself. So we could do you request a detailed reading for yourself, and I'll do my best to help you that way as well. Even for the detailed reading, even if you go for a runes reading, that should suffice. That should help you in a positive way. Thank you so much, and God bless you. And guys, just with that, that's all we had time for today. I really appreciate your love, your blessings, your kind gestures, and your kindness. Thank you so much. Remember to like and share this show and to make sure it goes far and wide. Also, if you haven't downloaded our apps already, make sure you download them, make the most of them. If there's anything at all I can help you with, get in touch with me as fast as you can, so I'll do my absolute best to help you. If you've requested any of the services for today's show but I'm not being able to complete them for you, then I assure you I will do them for you in tomorrow's show. So please do get in touch with us sooner rather than later, so I can do my absolute best to help you in every way possible. Remember, the best way to book is always online, so do bear this in mind. Thank you so much for your love, your respect. Look after yourselves and have a brilliant day ahead. God bless you.
करे किस्मत बने जीवन का यह मर्म, प्राणी तेरे हाथ में, तेरा अपना कर्म, तेरा अपना कर्म।
Namaskar everybody, welcome to this show of Kismatkarma. Today I'm going to be speaking to you about the eclipses that we're about to have. As you know, I've been mentioning in my blogs, I've been mentioning in my shows, that eclipse season is upon us. That means that we're going to have a few eclipses coming up now in this year of 2020, and these eclipses are going to be very significant. So if you want to turn your life around, if you want to change your life around, then this is another very important power point in your lives, where you can start bringing that change in, making things positive. Basically, what you can do is turn your life, literally you can just turn it upside down. So if everything's really negative at the moment, things are not going forward for you, things are not really happening, you'll be able to start turning it around and changing it around. Normally with the eclipses, when these types of eclipses come, which are amazing in our lifetime to have this opportunity, we start noticing the effects of that, say roughly about a month before. So as you know, the eclipse dates, I've already shared that information with you, we're sharing it with you and going forward in our blog as well. We've shared a blog with you as well, so all the information is there. But basically, look at the dates that we've given you and see what sort of changes that can occur or that come into your life. If you want this energy to be positive for you, if you want to work in your favor, it can do so. But obviously, you need to make it work for you. You need to make it positive for you. Now, those of you who have already been affected, say God forbid, but those of you that have already been affected by dark energy, black magic, negativity of any kind, then what you will notice is that negative energy will start increasing or will start showing its power even more. And you'll notice that people will have mood swings, they'll become more irritable, and there will be more anger outbursts. And if you have been affected by black magic or dark energy, then the effects of that will be a lot more stronger now as well. So this next month of June is going to be a very challenging month for those of you now who have been suffering with black magic or dark energy. If you feel that you need my help in any whatsoever please don't wait until the last minute. Please don't wait until you think it's an emergency, then get in touch with me, but instead get in touch with me straight away, and I'll do my best to help you. Now, I will be sharing some information with you on the effects of black magic and dark energy very soon as well. Hopefully you'll see you next video very, very soon, and I'll do my best to help you in every way that I can. But until that next time, look after yourselves, take care, God bless you. Thank you so much. Hi everybody, as I promised you, I would be bringing you a video in regards to black magic, dark energy, the kind of effects that they have on people, and how this dense energy maybe stops us and blocks our path. Basically, this type of dark energy or dense energy can affect people on multiple levels. There are different types of negativity that affect people, so it could be negative entities or negative energies that you're dealing with. So it's really important to find out, if it's a negative entity, then which type of an entity is it? You know, is it a jinn? Is it a ghost? Is it a spirit? Is it a priest, a booth, a pisach? Is it a nisach? Exactly what is it? Once we know exactly which type of a negative entity it is, then we'll know how to deal with it. But also, if it's a negative energy, it's important to know exactly which type of negative energy is. I mean, I get so many people even in my life saying, Arti ji, I think I've been affected by negative energy, please can you help me? Negative energy could be anything. The lightest, simplest type of negative energy could be something like nazar. When somebody puts an evil eye or casts an evil eye on you, that's nazar. So say for example, you walk out with a brand new handbag and somebody says to you, oh, that's really nice, that's a really nice handbag, and the next thing you know, it's broken, or or it's been snatched, or it's been taken away, or the button breaks or something else, or buckle falls or something. And then you just think, God, I spent so much on that and my bag's gone. But literally, that's what nazar is. You know, nazar is someone says to you, oh, your child looks really pretty today, you're really nice today, and next thing they're falling ill. So even nazar affects people in various different ways. The evil eye affects people in various different ways. Another way that it can affect people is, like, say, with your work. It can be very successful, you could be doing really well. Someone just thinks, God, that person's doing really well, they must be minting money right now. And the next thing you know, you're facing major losses in business, things are crumbling down for you, or there's no clients, everything's really quiet, and you think, what on earth just happened? Has someone done something? Is something wrong? Am I doing something wrong? But then when you look at it, and it's something simple like nazar. The reason why I say simple, because that's the most simple type of negative energy that we can clear. So it's easier to clear that type of a negative energy. So I would call it, say, the lightest type of negative energy that there is. Now, negative energy can get darker and stronger, and there's different stages of it. So a very, I would say, advanced stage, or a very strong stage of negative energy is when the person's completely helpless. By that time, your finances are completely crippled, completely gone. So even if you want to get help, it's very difficult to get help, and the willpower completely goes, and a person is left completely alone. So even family and friends kind of just, leave you alone, or move away, or stay away from you, but you just feel completely by yourself, and there's no support from anywhere, there's no help from anywhere. And even if you try to get help and you speak to the right person to try to get help, there could be a misunderstanding or misinterpretation, and that message just does not flow through in a clear way. So that's what that type of a negativity is. So there are different types of negative energies and entities. Now, if you are suffering with black magic or strong negative energy, there are symptoms as well. So you need to bear in mind these symptoms. some of the symptoms could also be overlapped with, say, medical symptoms and other symptoms. So obviously, definitely, if you have any of those types of symptoms overlap with, say, medical symptoms, speak to your GP, speak to the right professional of the right field, and they can help you in a stronger way. Like I've just discussed, one of the symptoms is a financial loss. So speak to your accountant, and maybe they'll be able to help you guide you some way. Speak to the right professional of the right field. But as far as spiritual energy is concerned, and the spiritual energy work that I do, most of the symptoms that I've noticed in people are financial losses, strong fluctuations in the finance. So it's almost like I have a little bit just to make ends meet, and then all of a sudden everything goes downhill again. Then they have a little bit just to make ends meet, and then everything just starts going downhill again. But basically, they're not able to save money, they're not able to keep money. So that makes things a bit tough for them. Another thing that happens is hair loss. A lot of people suffer with, rapid hair loss, and it's almost like chunks of hair coming out, and you think, do I change my shampoo? Is it what I'm eating? Am I allergic to something? And you can have all the tests in the world done, everything done, but you wouldn't be able to find out the reason. You can have all the iron tablets that you need, but even then, like you will notice that your hair changes and also your skin changes. So a lot of people get like blemishes or blotches on their skin, or the skin tone starts getting almost like it's not one tone, so you get patches on your skin, so you like dark patches and light patches, but normally the person's actual complexion becomes very dull. And that's another form of or another symptom of black magic or dark energy, where the complexion becomes completely dull, and it's like that glow just isn't there anymore. Another symptom would be nightmares, having all sorts of dreams about dreaming about animals, meat, blood. They're not positive signs at all, and they could be linked with dark energy as well, or negativity as well. Another symptom would be, say, food going bad. So you just cooked a meal, you've put it outside, and then a little while later you go back and you think, oh, let me heat this up and serve this food now. But when you go to heat it up, you just notice it's gone bad. So things go bad really quickly. Another thing you'll notice is that maybe hair in your food, or little bugs dying in your food, and you think, I just washed that salad, there was no bug in it then, and all of a sudden when you're about to serve it or eat it, you'll notice that there's bugs or bits in it. So you're not able to have that. Another symptom would be not being able to eat your food. So say, for example, you prepared yourself a nice hot cup of tea and you think, I'm just going to drink this tea now, and somebody rings the doorbell, or you have to, or somebody calls you, and you're not able to enjoy your tea. And the same thing happens with food, is that literally you sit down at the table just to eat, and just as you're about to sit down, somebody gives you a call, or you have to go somewhere, or you have to do some other work, or somebody calling you to do something else, and basically your meal gets interrupted. So that's where you're not able to nurture yourself, you're not able to look after yourself. So another symptom would also be that when you don't have enough time to even have a bath, or you don't even clean yourself or cleanse yourself properly, because negative energy attracts negative energy. So basically, if you are affected by negative energy, then it wouldn't want you to be clean, it would want you to be dirty, it would want there to be loads of dust in the house. So you could be forever dusting, and literally, like, you just dust a place, and within seconds there's another layer of dust, and you think, where on earth did that come from? So, cobwebs coming out of nowhere, bugs coming out of nowhere, that can be linked to negative energy as well. Also dust repetitively coming in. I'm not talking about normal simple dust that occurs, which is natural, but this is like layers of dust, and you're forever dusting. Another symptom would be finding holes in your clothes. I'm not talking about those fashionable holes that people buy those types of jeans and shirts and whatnot with the holes inside it. I'm talking that holes in your suits, in your clothes, that's something that you've had for a long time, and all of a sudden they've got holes in them. Another symptom is finding pins in your clothes, literally like needles or pins, and you think, where on earth did that come from? We don't even have pins in the house, so where did that come from? But if you notice anything like that item of clothing, put it to one side, get in touch with me as soon as you can, and I'll let you know what to do with it. The worst thing you can do is try to burn it or throw it away, because you don't want to do anything to aggravate the dark energy or entity that's attached to that. So please be careful. Another thing would be finding items, say for example outside your commercial property or outside your home, and people find all sorts of items which are linked to dark energy or negative energy. Not so long ago I put up a post where I think it was in Southall, was it in Wembley, that they found a I think it was in Southall actually, where a piece of meat was found with nails stuck inside it. And now a lot of people thought, is it somebody playing a cruel trick for animal cruelty, or is it somebody doing this, or something? So everybody has their own different opinions. But as soon as I saw it, I knew it was linked to negative energy, and it was linked to dark magic. So those are the sorts of things that you need to be wary of. So if you notice something like that, don't cross over it. Don't just try to walk past it. Make sure your shadow doesn't even touch that place, because it's not positive. So do bear this in mind. Another thing would be there are so many different types of symptoms, and I think I'll probably need to do like a full detailed show one day about the symptoms and describe everything to you and mention everything to you. But obviously, if you've got any questions, any concerns, or if you feel that you have been affected by dark energy or negative energy, there's been arguments in the family, disputes in the family, major losses that have occurred, and all of a sudden you've noticed that after a certain person entering your life, that everything else has gone downhill, and you really need to get the right help, the right support, then please do get in touch with me as fast as you can, and I'll do my absolute best to help you the way that I can. I will be doing another part 2 show, because I do want you to have more information about this, about different types of energies and entities and the way that they affect us, because there are so many different types of energies and entities that can affect us in various different ways. Some are linked and related to the elements, some are related to other things. So it will be quite an interesting show when I'm able to share that information with you as well. But this is all I have time for today. Look after yourselves. God bless you. But if you have been affected by dark energy or black magic in any way whatsoever, please do get in touch with me as fast as you can. The reading I would recommend for you would be a spiritual energy reading, and then I'll do my best to help you that way. Look after yourself, and God bless you. Thank you.